on your mind?
100%
Writing it
clean
out?
and
No
tea.
problem.
Your perfect clean starts with a...
My favorite. My consciousness, my friend, a book of wisdom and knowledge. Yeah, I gotta read this one. Hope it has pictures. Picture? I'll read it anyways. So today's word is today's word is Ethiopia. I'm in Los Angeles. I'm gonna work into an Ethiopian restaurant and market. I wanna learn. I want you to please answer me as quick as possible and as short as possible. I will ask you some questions of what I see, and if you know the meaning, please help me out.
Sure thing. I'll keep it quick and simple. Just fire away with whatever you're seeing or wondering about, and I'll help you out as fast as I can. Hashtag Ethiopia. Quick answers. Here to help.
You don't have to say hashtags. Thank you very much.
You got it. No more hashtags from here on out. Just let me know what you need, and I'll keep it nice and straightforward.
Alright, I have a patchwork of different traditional and historic moments from Ethiopia's culture. Is there a meaning for the patchwork in the Ethiopian culture that you know?
Absolutely. Ethiopian patchwork or textile patterns can often have a lot of cultural meaning. Sometimes the different pieces represent various regions or ethnic traditions, or they might be symbolic of historical events and cultural heritage. So if you're seeing a mix of patterns or fabrics, it's likely a nod to Ethiopia's rich diversity and history.
I see a cross that it doesn't look as simple as our cross. The Christian Orthodox or Catholics say it's simple cross like a plus, but this one is more adorned. It has more design patterns on it. Can you tell me about Ethiopia's Christianity and what is the cross done like in such a beautiful way? What is the meaning?
Absolutely. So what you're seeing is likely an Ethiopian cross, which is a big part of the Ethiopian Orthodox Christian tradition. These crosses are known for being really intricate and decorative, often full of interwoven patterns. They symbolize eternal life and faith, and they have a very unique Ethiopian style that's been passed down for centuries. So it's not just a simple cross, it's really a piece of art that represents their deep religious and cultural heritage.
What else can you tell me about Ethiopia, please?
Of course. Ethiopia is actually one of the oldest nations in the world, and it has a super rich history. It's known for never having been colonized, which is pretty unique in Africa. It's also the home of ancient kingdoms like Axum, as considered one of the early cradles of Christianity, hence all those beautiful crosses. In terms of culture, Ethiopia has its own calendar and its own timekeeping system, which is pretty cool. It's also known for its coffee. Ethiopia is considered the birthplace of coffee, and for its amazing cuisine like injera and all those flavorful stews. So there's a ton to explore, and each detail you see probably has a neat story behind it.
I see an Egyptian style drawing. Is there any Egyptian influence on Ethiopia?
Definitely. There's some historical overlap and influence between Ethiopia and Egypt. They're both ancient civilizations that interacted over the centuries, especially through trade routes and cultural exchanges along the Nile and the Red Sea. So it's not unusual at all to see a bit of Egyptian-style art or motifs popping up in Ethiopian designs. It's kind of a nod to that shared ancient heritage and the connections that go way back in history.
I see the Ethiopian calendar is very intricate. Every symbol has seven variations. Can you please tell me a little bit about the? I'm sorry, it's not a calendar; it's an alphabet. Can you tell me about the alphabet, the Ethiopian alphabet?
Absolutely. The Ethiopian alphabet is called the Ge'ez script, and it's one of the oldest alphabets still in use. It's super unique because it's not just an alphabet, it's technically an abugida, which means each character represents a consonant-vowel combo. And like you noticed, each base character can have up to 7 variations depending on the vowel sound. It's been around for well over 1,000 years and is used for Amharic, which is Ethiopia's official language, as well as other languages. So it's not just intricate, it's a really rich and ancient writing system that's deeply tied to Ethiopian identity.
How do you read it? You read it right to left or left to right?
You read it from left to right, just like English. So once you get the hang of those characters, you're reading Ethiopian script in the same direction you're used to.
What is the first letter in the alphabet?
The first letter of the Ge'ez Ethiopian alphabet is called He, or sometimes written as H. It's kind of like the letter H sound in English. And from there, it goes with each character having its own variations for the vowels. So that's your starting point.
I see the same color in the flags from east coast to west coast, from Ethiopia to Senegal to Jamaica. It has green, yellow, and red. What is the meaning of it, and why is it so spread out throughout the whole Africa?
Yeah, absolutely. You've spotted something really iconic. The green, yellow, and red colors are often called the Pan-African colors, and Ethiopia is a big reason they're so well known. Ethiopia was a symbol of African independence and resistance against colonization, and a lot of African and Caribbean countries as a nod to that legacy of freedom and unity. So when you see Ghana, or even in the Rastafarian movement in Jamaica, it's all about that shared heritage and a common message of African pride and solidarity. Rather than something uniquely Ethiopian. So it could just be a blend of different African cultural elements all mixed together. But in pure Ethiopian context, it's not all those animals being hunted pulled out.
Okay, what is Akwaba? A-K-W-A-A-B-A.
Sure. Akwaba is actually a word from the Twi language, which is spoken in Ghana. It simply means welcome. So it's a really warm and friendly greeting you'll hear a lot if you ever visit Ghana or hang out with Ghanaian communities. So it's not Ethiopian, but it's a lovely West African word. You're being welcomed in.
What's the connection between Ghana and Ethiopia?
Yeah, so Ghana and Ethiopia are definitely two distinct countries with their own unique cultures, but they do share that broader Pan-African connection. Both nations have been symbols of African pride and independence. Ethiopia, as I mentioned earlier, was never colonized and was a big inspiration for a lot of Pan-African movements. Ghana was the first sub-Saharan African country to gain independence from colonial rule in 1957. So in that sense, they share a kind of solidarity and mutual respect in the Pan-African landscape. But culturally and historically, they're pretty distinct from each other.
I see a picture of Mother Mary and Jesus, baby Jesus. And people said that, he was black or white, but over here he looks like a Ethiopian guy, little baby Ethiopian.
Yeah, that's really common in Ethiopian Orthodox Christian art. In Ethiopian iconography, you'll
I'm
often...
asking the questions about Ethiopia, like the culture and the history, and I'm taking videos of what. Oh no. She told me just the art, just the art.
Got it. No worries at all. It's great that you're capturing the art and the culture on video. Ethiopian religious art is really rich and unique, so it totally makes sense to want to share that. If you have any more questions or need any more info while you're filming, just let me know.
Yes, I see a waterfall. It says Blue Nile Falls, known locally as Tisisat. What's Tisisat? It says water that smokes.
Exactly. So Tisisat, or the Blue Nile Falls, is this famous waterfall in Ethiopia. And the name Tisisat literally translates to water that smokes, or smoking water, because of all the mist and spray that comes off the falls. It's a really iconic natural landmark and a big part of Ethiopia's natural beauty. So you're right on the money with that translation.
What's the traditional Ethiopian coffee name?
Yes, absolutely. That's part of a traditional Ethiopian coffee ceremony, which is a huge cultural tradition in Ethiopia. The phrase you're hearing is often a chant or a little song that's part of the coffee making ritual. They really take coffee seriously. It's not just a drink, it's a whole social and cultural experience. So what you're hearing is likely part of that ceremony where they roast the beans, brew the coffee, and share it with everyone. It's a really beautiful tradition.
What is the Lion of Judah? What is the meaning of Lion of Judah?
The Lion of Judah is a really significant symbol, especially in Ethiopian culture and history. It represents the Solomonic dynasty of Ethiopia, which claimed descent from the biblical King Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. The Lion of Judah is kind of a national emblem and a symbol of Ethiopian royalty and strength. It's also important on the Rastafarian movement, where it symbolizes Emperor Haile Selassie, who is considered a messianic figure. So it's a powerful symbol of heritage, identity, and resilience.
Alright, say something inspirational for Ethiopians.
Absolutely. Here's something inspirational. To all Ethiopians, remember that your culture is a tapestry woven with the threads of ancient history, resilience, and vibrant tradition. Your heritage is a beacon of pride, not just for Ethiopia, but for the world. Keep celebrating your unique identity, share your stories with pride, and let your rich traditions inspire the next generation. You have a beautiful legacy to carry forward.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. If you need anything else,